What is up, Heroes of Dominion? Why is this limited? I found out suitable for most advertisers. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting. Already have a copyright strike. This is DMCA free music. Well, we should fix that. Request review. Sorry, guys. It's weird. Usually I don't get copyright strikes that fast. What is up, Heroes of Dominion? Oh, I'm a little bunched up here. My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. I'm gonna talk about this. A little too formal there. We've got an interesting day ahead of us. Some great positive things. Some great things. Got a lot to talk about. Got some cool opportunities for you all today. And we're gonna go ahead and turn slow-mo on because Mimi is spamming the H key. No, we can't have nice things. We won't turn it on that high though. There we go. There we go. So we've got some new skins to discuss. We're gonna vote on some artwork. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the artwork by now. We're gonna talk about some situations in Hero Wars Mobile that have come up yet again. We're gonna talk about a couple of other things. Global Championship ranks. If we have some time, we'll talk about the top campaign heroes. We'll talk about that. Talk about that in just a little bit. But first of all, I want to apologize. I want to give an apology to the Hero Wars mobile community as a whole. There is a stigma that I joke about. Not a stigma. A stereotype that I make jokes about occasionally. That the Hero Wars mobile community is... they're more... For lack of a better word, they whine more than the Facebook and web community. They're more... They complain more, which obviously isn't the case. It's just, you know, there's way more mobile players. There's way more mobile players than there are, you know, Facebook and web players. And their communities are a little bit more active, right? Killshot's Hero Wars Discord is on fire all the time, just constantly buzzing. You know, my mobile section is a little bit faster moving than the browser side of my Discord. Crush says, "Oh, we definitely whine a lot." So do I, though. Like everybody whines. Let's not get it straight. But I make jokes occasionally, and I want to apologize. I want to apologize for that. And the reason why I'm doing this is the situation that has occurred in the last 2 days with the Mojo event. Let me make sure that I have the screen refreshed. Okay, here we go. So the Mojo, there we go. The Mojo Hero Soulstone event, heroic nesting doll event, whatever you want to call it. They changed the buy emeralds to score VIP points, right? It used to be buy emeralds, and now it's earn VIP, and you can get VIP dozens of ways. You can buy Valkyrie's Favor. You can buy a golden ticket and a season's pass. You can buy emeralds, of course. You could buy skins. You can buy bundles, guild bundles, hero bundles, these different special offers. There's a lot of ways to get VIP in this game, right? Now, there are two sides to this argument, and this is going to sound very familiar to you Facebook and web players that, dealt with this just a little while ago. We have an abnormally low amount of people. I wonder if the notification didn't go out. Did the notification go out for my live stream? I mean, it is 12 o'clock, right? Yeah. Live stream post is up. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe people are... Maybe everybody quit. Maybe half my viewers up and quit. Just a slow morning. No notification. Okay, some of you did get it. All right. Anyway, so Facebook and web players got a nice little shock a couple of weeks ago when they noticed that there was a task in one of the events, one of the new events, which was to basically, earn VIP. And it was a lot. It was the Lilith Brawl, right? It was like 9,000 VIP. It was 9,000 VIP, which we figured out to be, $100, $200, whatever it ended up being. And the buy emeralds task can repeat every single day, right? And we have a 7,000, excuse me. We have a 7,000 task, 7,000 VIP task. So one side of this argument is they made this a higher goal, but at the same time they didn't. Like, it reset every day anyway, right? Like every 3 days. So unless you were buying all of the emeralds that you needed every single day for all 3 days of every soulstone event, it doesn't really matter, right? How much the cap is, it doesn't affect the average player, right? Because if the average player is going to spend $50 regardless, if the average player, $50 is probably a little high. If the average player is going to spend $5 or $10 on emeralds during a given event, then who cares if it's buy 100,000 emeralds or if it's buy 5,000 emeralds? Like, who cares? This is giving, people that are willing to spend the money a little bit higher of a gap. So, people are saying, oh, this is greedy. This is just Nexters being, asking for more money. And yes, the cost of all of the bundles have been trending upward. And there has been several conversations today, in fact, including feedback, screenshots, all of that, about examples on why the prices are not high. And it's actually, it's causing a negative effect on people buying. The vocal minority are just being like, well, I'm just not going to spend it all anymore. And then there's people like me who spend occasionally, but I don't need any of the bundles. So I'm not going to buy any of them, whether, if they're $5 or $500. Let's see. Mike, Lies and Slenderman. Mobile complains about tiny things a lot. Facebook Web goes supernova about having one live stream, not about them. Yeah. So, okay. And then the other side of this is who does this help? Aside from obviously Nexter's bottom line, who does this help? And so I want to bring your attention to a Reddit post. I got to be very careful when I go to Reddit. There's a lot of wild things on Reddit. So I got to be very, very careful what we're dealing with here. So this individual, and I don't mean to call out this person, and if you're watching my live stream right now, I don't mean to call you out, but this individual was like, Nexter's being greedy again. I just want to voice my disappointment about the changes done to the buying emeralds task that were introduced with the Mojo event. Previously, we would get 5,000 emeralds when buying emeralds for $50. With the change, we now have to spend $175 for the same reward. Valid argument. You have to spend $175 to get the same as before. That is unfortunate. That is a downside. That is an extreme downside, and it's the worst part of this whole situation. Now, I expected this comment thread, which has 20 comments in it, to be more of the same. But what you got is a bunch of people. I really don't agree. I never buy emeralds. I just get them from tasks. A lot of other people do the same. This way, other players can get bonus emeralds from any purchases now. It sucks that the amount you need to spend has changed, but on the brighter side of it, you now get stuff when you buy other stuff in the game. In a way, it will diversify spending. I personally appreciate that they changed it from buy emeralds to gain VIP. It sucks for emerald buying, I guess. It is nice for people who buy those guild bundles or any other bundles. On the other hand, you can now solve the task by buying Hero's Way Pass or Valkyrie's Fair. Look at all these positive, remarks, and then somebody reported this. So I wanted to apologize. I keep making fun of mobile players for constantly complaining and whining. I've made several videos. The topic of several live streams have been how unfortunate, a situation is that's caused, the mobile team to just get all upset, get all up in arms. So I thought it was an interesting thing to share. And I'm seeing a lot of that everywhere, in fact. Not just on Reddit, but in various Facebook groups and various Discord conversations. People are upset about, their dollar not going as far, but that's unfortunately the way things are right now, right? Used car prices are up 40%. Housing market is through the roof. Gas prices are insane. It's inflation. It's dumb. On an artificial currency, no less. But thank you, mobile players. If you like the game, you'll spend as much as you're comfortable with. Just don't mortgage the house to play the game and lose. Exactly. Mobile players can't complain. We have the best judge of the two games. Yikes. All right, let's talk about the absolute banger topic of the day, getting to vote on new skins. So, over on my Discord, in the dev influencer announcer channel, there's a screenshot, and I'm trying to find it. Here we go. Here we go. There it is. So this was shared with us this morning. These are some new skin types that they are planning in order to diversify. We're running into an issue with skin types, right? We have just about every hero has devil skins. Just about every hero has winter skins. Just about every hero has spring and solar and masquerade, lunar skins. So they're running out of heroes. They're running out of skin types to give. So they're trying to come up with some new ideas for skin types. So like I said, over in my Discord, link to my Discord is in the description box down below, by the way. In the dev influencer announcements channel, I've got this screenshot shared. All right. And there are 3 rows here, A, B, and C, with 3 styles of skins. The community managers would like our feedback on which skins they would like to see developed first. So, for example, we have this white and red. This is choice A. We have Zisha, right, with the koi. We have Satori. We have a amazing looking Kark skin, and then we have Galahad. Whoops. And then there are 3 styles to Galahad. Now, I don't know if A1, A2, and A3 is going to reflect in the Satori, Zisha, and Kark style, or if it's just the Galahad option of the 4. But here's the thing, guys. These are the skins that are coming to Facebook, mobile, and web. All of these skins are coming to both platforms, right? Ned S, hold on. We're coming to that, Ned. We're coming to that, Ned. So they want our feedback. And overwhelmingly, everybody in the developer influencer chat, the private one that I'm a part of with Tam and Kyle and all of those guys, everybody likes A. I like a lot of these skin options, but there's some questionable design choices here. Nothing offensive outright. But if you have a moment, please go over to my Discord and take a look at this screenshot, or just screen cap this screen right now. And then there's a channel called Influencer Discussion. It's all in the Hero Wars mobile section, even though this is a Facebook web and mobile feedback request, okay? Go into the Influencer Discussion and voice your opinions. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, because we're very curious. So there are some themes to these, right? This red and white, I think, looks amazing. This Satori looks awesome. Zisha, by the way, no plans for Zisha to come to Facebook and web. Let's get that out of the way. But you can see that there are 4 skins here. Demonetized. Damn. Zisha, Satori, Kark. Look at that Kark skin. He's got little bells. And then we have the Galahad. I personally like the white hair Galahad with the red face paint. But I really like the outfit that he's wearing here. I like this outfit with the white hair. I don't know. The middle, this reminds me of like cotton candy. I'm not sure what this is supposed to represent. I think that these 2 Kark skins, I think that this one is slightly favored to me. It reminds me of like a ninja outfit almost. Somebody in the chat said that these look like grandma bowling jackets, like jackets that your grandma's bowling team would wear, that Galahad is wearing, because of the checkers and the little stars there. Very cool. Are they buffing Satori even more? Yes. This is in the future. This is like way in the future, guys. This is way in the future. This is sometime late this year. A1 Galahad for me. It has your man bod. Ooh. Is Gala really Japanese, though? Well, I think they're trying to appeal to a little bit more of the Asian market right here. Ronin. Is that what it is, Finkelzo? Galahad A123 are like Utsushi Clan vibe. Galahad B1 is bleached like skin. Yeah, they're definitely stealing some IP here. I mean, they're definitely borrowing some ideas. Definitely. He needs a man bun like you, Charlie. Japanese with cherry blossoms. Yeah. Yeah. I do like this. I like this outfit a lot. With the tied ropes. No, I think I like this outfit better. I don't know. I don't really care too much for the Zisha and Satori skin. I like the different look for Zisha, like more childish, more cute than the Koi. This appears to be a little bit more serious, and this one is just like, you know, kind of. This looks too similar to the original skin to me, right? Karksi is his Janet Jackson cosplay. All right, so let's talk about these three. Let's talk about, or these four rather. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm pretty sure. Who is this? I think this is supposed to be David Lee Roth. I'm not 100% sure. Village people. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Carcanini skin. I'm not too crazy about any of those skins. Okay, Crest, go leave your feedback. Go leave your feedback. That's not a band button, it's a top knot. Seriously, Janet Jackson? Janet Jackson? Is this Janet Jackson? Or is this one? Because these are obviously musicians. Like, I don't think that so whenever she showed me these, whenever Alina showed me these, I'm like, man, that Kark reminds me of somebody, but I can't figure out what it is. I just could not. And she goes, "Oh, it's based on JoJo. It's based on JoJo." And I don't know who JoJo is, but JoJo is some kind of anime. JoJo anime. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Who is this character that he's supposed to look like? Who are the characters? Is anybody familiar with that anime, JoJo? I would love to see that 50s style greaser look on skins. Oh, different JoJo. Satori looks like Axl Rose. Axl Rose! Yes! Yes, this is Axl Rose. Okay, yeah. So she goes, this looks like JoJo. And I'm like, no, that's obviously Glenn Hughes from the Village People. And she's like, no, I don't know who that is. No. I was like, go Google it. Go Google it. Glenn Hughes is one of the Village People. And if you don't know who the Village People are, they were a New York-based disco band in the 70s. A music group in the 70s. And this is quite close to Glenn Hughes. He was the one that dressed up like the biker. There was a cop and a Native American and a construction worker, and one of them dressed up like a biker, and this is quite obviously that. But I did see somebody say Slash. Is it possible? Who said Slash? Janet Jackson, Japanese pirate skins, the clogs. Yeah, Finkelso, that's what Satori wears, though. Same family, different name. Okay, Josuko. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's Josuka or whatever his name is. I don't think so. Wrong hat. YMCA. But this is Elvis. Right? Like, that's Elvis. The hair is Elvis. So these are obviously based on musicians. So is this Axl Rose? Axl Rose doesn't have red hair, though. He does have red hair. Let's see if I can find him. Oh, wow. He has that leather jacket. Oh, that's definitely Axl Rose. All right, here's well, this isn't a great pick of him, but I mean, similar jacket, the hair. He's not wearing a headband here. He wears a headband in a lot of his, let's see if I can find a younger picture of him. Here we go. It's taking forever to load. Anyway, Halford makes sense. I don't know who Halford is. Kark is Rob Halford. Rob Halford. Who's Rob Halford? He's a singer. Judas Priest. You know what? I think that you're right. I think that you're absolutely... Well, this could be... I don't see him wearing... Oh, wow. Well, that's a voodoo hat. I don't know why I'm not showing this stuff. Here's Rob Halford. I mean, maybe... So here's Glenn Hughes. This is Glenn Hughes from The Village People. Let me move my thing down here. There we go. Monta says Naoto is a JoJo reference for sure. Nexter's intended to make anime fan love for the game. Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. Okay. That's a different kind of hat. That's a different kind of hat. Similar, I guess. Axel for sure. Axel Rose was a tool and druggy, still a loser. Are definitely anime style. Well, yeah, So I think that JoJo probably pulled a little bit from somewhere. I mean, obviously that anime got some of their ideas and their inspiration from somewhere. It's possible. The black skins are just generic Japanese school uniforms. I disagree. Like these are quite clearly. I mean, this one is definitely a little schoolgirl uniform, but I can't unsee Axl Rose and Elvis. Like this is Elvis. This is Elvis. This is absolutely Elvis. Japanese police hat. You know what other police hats look like this too, which is something that I was really concerned about. RPGaholic says, I doubt that Zisha skin will get made. It is too close to the Dark Lady from Sailor Moon. Basically, Chibiusa's evil adult form. The thing is, though, is I mean, Nexters has stolen a lot of IP. They've stolen a lot of design elements from other games, like League of Legends and everything. Parachute pants. Yeah. So please, guys, go join my Discord. If you haven't already, go join my Discord. Leave some feedback. Make fun of the skins. Tell me which ones you like. Alina is watching. Galahad is that guy from It, Tim Curry. No. The clown? No. Whole theme is punk up Japanese high school game. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think that was the intended purpose. But I think the design elements for the punked up Japanese high school game look is stolen from like 70s and 80s pop and rock music. Galahad reminds me of Josie. Oh, Ganos, are you saying that? Okay, somebody else said that about Kark. I thought we were talking about Kark whenever we said Josuka. Galahad C1 represents the Japanese Yankee. A bum who ride bikers. Zisha is Yuno Gasai. I'm not familiar with that. Nexter's giving away their age big time. No, I think that they're appealing to a demographic, right? I think they're appealing to a demographic. Belcher's oh, Mike, you're right. You are right. You're right. Mike, you weren't saying that he was it. He was one of the guys. I gotcha. That first sea shot fair reminded me of that crazy game where a doll would chase you around constantly until you're out of range. Not familiar with that game. A and C are the best. I think the like the crazy dumb looking skins seem to be more interesting to me. Like the masquerade skins are a huge draw for me personally. The cyber skins, I'm a huge fan of the cyber skins, but like a lot of the other ones look good. Like the devil skins and the winter skins and the lunar skins, they look good. But the ones that make me the most interested, that make me want to talk about them, are like the silly ones, which I guess that's a personal thing. Jotaro Kujo. Jotaro Kujo. Oh, you know what? That's actually what this is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. Whoops, did I just close my stream? There we go. RPG Holic, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. The guy needs 2 belts. Maybe he does. Please check out Japanese high school uniforms. Oh no, I understand. Like I get where the inspiration for these skins are. I'm just saying that the inspiration for those are from other things in pop culture, right? Satori looks like Brian. That's who else I was thinking it looked like. Bret Michaels. I think it's Brian. I think it's Axl Rose though. Bret Michaels could be. Well, man. Now I gotta look at Bret Michaels. Come on. We're wasting so much time on this. It could be Bret Michaels. But see, Bret Michaels and Axl Rose, they look basically the same. They look basically the same. They both had the bandanas and the hair, and I don't know. Satori looks like Tails from Sonic. Yeah. Enemy skins, by the way, do you have any communication with Extra's Creative in this time, or is it still no? Gamelin Cabby, this is why we're talking about this. This is why we're having this conversation, because I need feedback. They want us to provide feedback from this. Which ones they like, which ones we like, and which ones we don't like. Satori C skin is Mikey from Tokyo Revengers. Whoops. Tokyo Revengers Mikey. Nah, I don't think so. Satori C is a Firefox. Joe's look a lot young. Elvis early on. Oh, okay. Satori looks like Tails from Sonic. Time well wasted. Satori last skin is Mikey from Tokyo Revengers. This is nothing. Wait till you fall down the rabbit hole of the different Japanese fashion trends. I don't need to. I don't need to. Although it is fun. Occasionally you get on that side of wish.com. Occasionally you get, you find a wish.com advertisement on Facebook or something, and then you're like, oh, this looks interesting. And then it just takes you down a weird rabbit hole. Like, is this really what people wear? I like B-Row the most. C-Row is pretty plain with the colors. I like the color combinations between on A lot, but I think it's too close to the lunar skins and the solar skins from 2 years ago, if I'm being honest. I think, obviously, my favorite one of all of these is the 3 Kark skins. And if we could just have a skin event where Kark gets 3 additional skins, I think that's the play. In fact, that's the feedback that I gave Alina. I was like, all of these look great. I think we should do 3 Kark skins. And she's like, no. Maybe they are the band Poison. Maybe. I'm discovering there's a lot of anime maniacs in Charlie's. Yeah, well, I mean, everybody loves anime, right? Reason I ask is I haven't heard back from them to get verified for that Tier 1 creative, so I figured still silent over there. Tier 1 creative. Gambling Cabbie, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Haven't heard back from them to get verified for that Tier 1 creative. Are you trying to design skins for them? Is that a job that they put out? They're asking for people to design skins for them? Gambling Cabbie? I have no idea. I didn't realize that was even a thing. Savage, yes. Kark is getting another skin this year. Not a big fan of the pink. So I don't think I like the middle row at all. I like the Kark in the middle. The black and pink and blue on Kark, I think is fantastic. 5,000 views required to get to Tier 1. The 5,000 views. Oh, you're talking about YouTube. Are you talking about YouTube? I thought you were talking about designing art. I'm sorry. Gambling Cabbie, why don't you hit me up on Discord after this, and I'll see if I can get you in touch with the right people. Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Savage, Kark. Oh yeah, me too. Love Kark. Big fan of Kark. So, really cool that we have an opportunity to share our feedback and maybe influence the next skins. Maybe. Obviously, Satori and Kark don't need new skins. So happy they got them. So happy. I could care less about Galahad. And Zisha, we don't, it is what it is. Zisha is very strong. She needs more skins. Has I got all the creator and extras contact at the moment? Well, you got to understand they're a little busy right now. But I want to wrap up this discussion. With one last thing that I want to state, and this is going to be one of the last things that I say anywhere near this conversation. But them bringing this to our attention this morning tells me, at least on some level, that there are still very long-term plans for this game. At least through the end of 2022. I would imagine that Hero Wars proper, still has a planned 3 to 5 year life left in it before they do something different. Hero Wars 2 or some kind of upgrade or some kind of maybe they end up shelving the game. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do feel a lot more confident that the game isn't going to disappear like this week. Right? This was my big takeaway. I know that it is ultimately the final say. Like, obviously the different departments are not all privy to the same information, right? Finances and art and the sandbox design team and the community managers and the customer service people that answer the tickets, all of those, they answer to different people, and all of those people answer to different people, right? So it is possible that they're trying to keep business as usual for as long as possible until something happens. And the fact that they're planning, at least they're still planning, several months out, gives me hope. Gives me hope that this game will survive. Not that I was, lacking hope, but Ken Mulloy, yes, all versions of the game. This is for all versions of the game. If I really don't like any of them, should I feedback? Yes. If you don't like any of them, please leave that feedback. If you don't like any of them, but you would like to see a different theme, that'd be a cool idea too. Right? Maybe you really like Ninja Turtles or Transformers or I don't know. I got a mystery text message from my college. I really wish the game will go at least 10 more years so I have the time to max out my Titan teams. I hope it does too. Do you think the war and possible sanctions will affect the game? Yes, they've already affected the game. Why invest money if this could turn into World War III? It's not going to get that far. Not going to get that far. No. We live in a different time. We live in a much more open and communicative. We and other countries put safeguards in place so that World War III would never actually happen. Like something on that scale would never happen again. Right? I think the last opportunity we had for a world war was back during the Cold War. But who am I? I don't know anything. Let's talk about Global Championship. Global Championship ranks have been announced, and while I don't really know... Yeah, never say never. Agree, Finkelzo. I don't really know the majority of these players, but I thought that I would give them their due. Actually... Hold on one sec. I gotta send a message right now while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's been a couple of days since I talked to somebody. I just thought of them. Thought I'd send them a message. Anyway, Global Championship rating. This is the Royal League, right? One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the top 10 teams. And I'm not sure what the difference is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not sure what the difference is between this team or this column and this column. Let's see. It's been a month since the Global Championship started, so let's take a look at the heroes who managed to get to the top of the rankings. Kudos to each and every member, since it's your cohesive and coordinated work that led to such incredible results. But don't forget that the list of guilds and the ratings can always change, so go ahead and enjoy the new victories. We will know the names of the new heroes next week. All right. So congratulations to these guilds. I know a lot of people in Elysium. I know a couple of people in... Asgard, I think. I might know people. Is anybody in any of these guilds here? We can give you a big shout out. If any of you that are a member of any of these guilds are actually watching right now, I'd love to give you a shout out. I really wish this game would go. Let's see. Zisha Angel skin. Okay. We need tales from the Crypt inspired skins. Ooh. You know, that show terrified me. Hall and Nash made it to Royal. Hall and Nash. Oh, the NWO. NWO was a thing before the NWO and the wrestling was a thing. A month-long season. I don't know what you mean by that, Finkelzo. Never say never. A month-long season. So good stuff there. Congratulations. Hero of the Month, Ginger, new gift. Free energy. Nebula event. Let's collect this free energy real quick. Boop. Stay higher on my server. Big whales. Stay higher. Okay. Big whales. I ran into a guild yesterday that reached out to me and they wanted to know. They were like, hey, do you think that your server would be okay with our whale guild coming to your server? And I was like, I do not speak. I do not speak for my server. Like, I don't know. Do what you want. Like, whatever you need to do to have fun. The Blue World Order existed before the NWO. The Blue World Order. Oh. So in the world in Hero Wars, Facebook, and web, we continue to have peace in Hero Wars, right? We discussed this a little bit yesterday, talking about how, might be an idea, might be a cool idea. But I'm curious if this actually, if anybody notices this, right? If anybody in Nexters, like, I wonder if there's a team in Nexters, either on the mobile side or the browser side, that their whole job is to monitor Guild Wars, to make sure there's no bugs, to make sure that the matchups are happening appropriately, or if it's just like part of the greater sandbox team. I'm not sure how many employees that Nexter has thrown directly at Guild Wars and, of course, Global Championship. But I'm curious if any of them are like, oh no, they're not using our game activity right now. I wonder. I doubt it. Like, this isn't making them any more or less money. This is just an activity on passive, on passive mode that runs. Matt Bischoff, Heroes Way Shop needs to have more choices. Okay, better choices. I'll pass it along. Severely doubt it. There's always been some Guild War shenanigans throughout the years, and the reason why I say that is another Reddit post. And guys, if you're not on Reddit, it seems like that. I spend way too much time living in the world of Hero Wars, like living in Dominion. Sometimes I worry that I spend too much time, reading news and browsing Facebook pages and, different chat rooms. But Reddit is interesting. It feels like Reddit, people just don't hold back. So it's like, it's the Reddit channel is like Hero Wars app. And I don't think that there's a Facebook and web version of Hero Wars Reddit. I think it's just mobile. At least Hero Wars app is just the mobile version. And somebody made a post earlier today about how there's people cheating in Global Championship. Like, they're hacking Global Championship somehow. Like, causing people to not put up correct defenses or something. I don't know. Certainly isn't on my server, says Topaz. How many fake accounts or auto-playing accounts on each server? Great question, Zol. Great question. You always wonder about things like that with games like this, right? Just how many people are on a server, just how many people are actively playing. And Reddit, we're free to say what you want. You can say what you want on Facebook too. You can say what you want to my face. But there might be some repercussions. But it does seem like Reddit is a little bit more of a Wild West than Facebook and Twitter. Well, no, Twitter is wild. Guys, get off of Twitter. If you don't have to be on Twitter. The only reason why I have Twitter downloaded is so I keep up on St. Louis sports. And like, if I can find out if Destiny is up or down. Like, I don't use Twitter for talking to people. I just use Twitter for video game and sports news. I don't care about what any politician or anybody has to say about anything. It's just designed to get people riled up. Late lunch, hit that like button. Thanks for joining us. I think around 500. So trying to get Kark's Devil Skin. Savara, you'll have it. You'll have it before you know it. So I'm kind of sad because I was really wanting to hit. I really wanted to hit that 1 million. That 1 million team. I don't know if it was this guy. I can't remember if it was. Ooh, look at this. This is a 900K team. Oh, 944. Man, these teams are creeping up. Got some thick boys. Cesspools of the internet. Twitter's full of negative. So I think not to get too off topic of Hero Wars, and this is not intended to be political at all, but I think that. Whoops. I think that a lot of social media is designed, like the whole point of social media is to get people to get mad at each other. Here's a place that grown people can go and just get mad at each other. And you want to go get mad. Like, I think people want to go so they can get mad. I want to go get mad. I'm going to get on Facebook and yell at some stranger about gas prices. I hit Twitter. You open it a bunch of the lies to get your face without saying please. Yeah, so, anytime that there's news about, the Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals, or, St. Louis Blues hockey, or the handful of games that I play, I like to follow those accounts, but otherwise I don't even open Twitter. In fact, I barely spend any time on social media as it is, unless I'm working on Hero Wars. Then in 10 years you're canceled. Gosh, yeah, it's so tough. Life is crazy, man. What a wild world we live in. What a wild world. One way to connect. Free speech behind a computer screen. One is always a bit tougher. I'm the toughest guy in this Facebook chat room. You're right. You're right. All right, so Charles Streaming Software was like, nope, I'm out. He's got political. Yeah. Oh, did I crash again? Did I crash again? Am I buffering again every time I start? This is why we don't have politics on my YouTube or on my live stream or anything. So okay, all right. So the last thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is let's talk a little bit about let's go to mobile. Let's go to mobile. I want to talk a little bit about, for the last 5 or 10 minutes, let's talk about the best campaign heroes. Now, there's some obvious ones. There's some really obvious best campaign heroes, right? Whenever people are discussing the best campaign tank, traditionally it's always been Ziri. I don't know why. I think that's a carryover from before all of the other heroes, all the other tanks had more skins. But everybody seems to say that Ziri was like the go-to tank, or at least that's what a lot of people will tell me. I think that Rufus would be a good choice as well. Rufus and Ziri are kind of two sides of the same coin, right? Rufus is great against magic damage. You could maybe say Aurora as well. I don't know. Who's the best tank? Rufus helps a little with the Archdemon. Okay. Keira, quit Hero Wars. That's all right. Thanks for hanging out. Luther for a tank, and I like him. That's okay, though. Yeah, Luther's a great tank. Luther's really strong. Really, really strong. Really strong. He's got some great upsides to him. You got to build him right for the right team, just like anybody else. Is there a best tank for the campaign? I think you need an armor artifact. Karazroth, thanks for coming out. I'll see you next time. E3D. Does Luther's ult work on bosses? Yeah, but he doesn't stun them for very long. He does jump over there and he does the damage, but he doesn't like jump to the opposite side. Best tank is Martha. E3D to get me fast through the campaign. So that's Elmir, Daredevil, Dorian, Darkstar. Zol. Astaroth with a revive skill. Okay. On mobile, Astaroth has a magic defense skin and of course his revive. D. Warman says, I think Astaroth may be the best. I like Astaroth too. I like Astaroth a lot too, but I don't know if he's the best. Like, is he better than anybody else? Maybe their revive. Maybe the fact that he does the revive will save you from having a 2-star fight whenever you're trying to get a 3-star fight. Topaz, I'll see you next time. I'm pretty hungry myself. Astaroth's a good tank. Good tank. Healers. I want to get the hard ones out of the way. Or the easy ones, I guess. Not hard ones. Easy ones? Hard ones. I think Martha is probably the best healer. Like, without question, Martha is the best healer. I think that Celeste is incredibly useful. Campaign has some tricky heroes, tricky monsters that'll attack the second position, though. But the fact that you can play manual mode for the entire campaign, maybe Celeste is the better healer. Celeste. Yasmin is good on chapters. Yasmin's really good. Yasmin's really good in the campaign. People like Luther because he jumps back and beats up the healer, but Cleaver has the hook. Luther leaves the front line when he jumps. Yep. If you had a chest to choose whatever hero you want, what's the best pick for any team? I don't know. It's a good question. Hard to answer. Celeste isn't campaign on mobile. You don't like using Finkelzo? You don't like using Celeste in the campaign? Or are you saying you get her too late for it to matter? So, what about other must-have heroes? A lot of people will say Cornelius, right? Cornelius is a must-have hero. So you can drop some of the frozen visages. No, I mean, Ficklezo, like, what's the best hero to use to complete the campaign? Celeste is probably my favorite healer. Dorian is the best with the right damage dealers. The issue with Martha is she takes a while to start healing. Okay. Phobos and Maya are a must, says Calnap. Okay. You can live without Cornelius. Jorgen is good in the campaign. Is it true Dorian cannot be dragged by Cleaver Stuck? No, he can be. He can be. Dorian's a hard counter to Cleaver, actually. Counter Luther with Faceless for Maya? Yep, problem solved. Just level up your heroes. Yeah, I think also I agree. I agree. And that's the video that I put out earlier today, you know, it kind of mentioned that. Just level your team up and it'll be fine. But it's fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about. On Hero Wars Mobile, I think the biggest concern is the frozen visages and the harp. The harp girls. These mages do a ton of damage too. These mages right here, the Hex, they do a lot of damage to your backline. A lot of magic damage. They beat you up real fast. Sebastian is good for campaign. I agree. I went through the whole campaign using the same team. Galahad, Jorgen, Keira, Celeste, and Martha. Having 2 healers helped their morning sleep. So Ready Player One brings up a good point. I think that actually the best team for the campaign is double healer and like use a hybrid healer like Celeste plus a healer, like Celeste and Martha, Celeste and Maya, Celeste and Dorian, Celeste and Marcus, right? I think Keira may be the best damage dealer. Doesn't rely on crits, so you're good against Helios. Can silence the visages and the frozen visages and the healers that you come up against. Really high damage, pure damage also. Hits everybody. I think double healer, Keira, tank, and then just like literally any support. Literally any support. And I think you have the best team, the best campaign team. Maybe Zhu, so you're really good at taking down bosses. You can live without Cornelius, but IMO life is better with them. I agree. I like Cornelius a lot for certain fights, especially on Facebook with those Priest of Seymours. Biggest problem were the snowy faces that quickly freeze your team. Yeah, the frozen visages. Rufus helped me more than Astaroth in the campaign. Even weaker. See, Toons, I think that Rufus has a place. I think that if I were starting a brand new account, I would probably use Rufus. I don't want to start a brand new account, but I think it'd be fun. Leon is my anti-Keira. Yep. But see, like, for example, if you were building a Daredevil team, like somebody mentioned, like Zol mentioned the Elmir, Daredevil, Dorian, Darkstar team. Like, there's a lot of critical hit in that team. So if you go up against a campaign mission that has Helios in it, you're gonna struggle. I had that same problem whenever I was playing Yasmin. Every time I was in an adventure for pets, or in the tower going up against Helios, I would just fall over, and it was so frustrating. But like Keira doesn't deal with that. Keira doesn't have that problem. Celeste is available day 1 if you do a small spin. That's right, Game 1 Cabby. That's right. On campaign, my team was basically Astaroth, Keira, Nebula, Ryan, Dorian. So Gabriel, I actually did a video about that a couple of years ago, talking about, I think Dave Bacchini, he brought it up. He called it the balanced team, like the most balanced team. You do tank, Keira, Nebula, and either Lars or Orion, and then a healer, and then you break the team in half. So you have a high damage dealing physical attacker and a high damage dealing magic attacker, and those are like the start of your second team. And that was good enough to get through like just about everything in the campaign. Just about everything. Martha's lovely plus heal speed up while Celeste can fire faster. Okay. Before Sebastian, Jorgen was the best player, but after Sebastian, Aurora is locked to build around. Okay. Darkstar isn't critical hit. Artemis is crit hit. Well, Savaria, the Daredevil is causing your whole team to die too fast, though, because she kills herself so quickly until you get her developed up. Every main damage dealer has a hard counter. Yep, very true. Very true. Chaos says highest DPS is king in the campaign. Okay. I went through campaign with Martha, Sebastian, Celeste, Yasmin, Astra. Judge is critical. I agree. Judge is necessary in the campaign. If you don't have a judge, you literally cannot finish the campaign without a leveled up judge. Splash, not always. Splash asks, is Nebula best in middle position to support Keira? A Nebula boosted Keira is very strong, but there are other great options. Who else? Who else is important, guys? So for boss fights, like against the Archdemon and against Astrolid and a couple of others, the Phobos Faceless combo is pretty good. A lot of people use that to get by some tough fights. It's really good in the tower too. Phobos Faceless. Let me find him here. Here we go. Phobos. So this used to be a little better because he would use his paralysis like 10 seconds into the fight or 5 seconds or whatever it was into the fight, and he would lock down an enemy for like 6.6 seconds or whatever it was. And then you immediately use Faceless to copy that, to, lock down a second hero or, maybe the same hero for a little bit longer. And you would use that opportunity to try to clear out the enemy team faster. You would try to stun or paralyze, I guess, not stun, the problem enemy. It was, if it was the Frozen Visage or if it was a bad guy in the tower or whatever. So that was an interesting combo that people used a lot, right? And, of course, Faceless. This is what, this is Faceless. Use Doppelganger to copy it. Another strategy versus bosses is to use Martha and Faceless. Martha's speed up and then copy Martha with Doppelganger to get double the speed up so you do more damage. Right? Is Dante good to replace Keira? He's okay. A little better as a replacement on Facebook web than on mobile. On mobile, he's not as much of a damage dealer, but he's still pretty strong. Phobos Faceless isn't good on Facebook anymore? Okay. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've tried it. Who else? Orion is good against bosses. If we're talking about bosses specifically, Orion is really good against boss fights where there's only one target. Yasmin is good against boss fights against single targets if she's allowed to hit them, or if, as long as somebody hits her, at least on Facebook and web. Mojo is good against bosses. Zhu is good against bosses. Qing Mao. Maybe Artemis, since all of her attacks hit the same person. I don't know. Savaria, Frozen Visage, I couldn't get past those floating heads until I significantly leveled up my team, and I could just survive them. I got stuck on them. I remember having the conversation with Dan about leveling up Cornelius for them, and I was like, do I really have to? And Satoria is vital. Jacob, I mean, we're talking about for campaign fighting, not for arena. Orion next to Nebula is dangerous for opponents. Mm-hmm. I just survived them. Yeah, you just got to out level them. You just got to out level them. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, like I said, if you're not already a member of my Discord and you want to leave some feedback, then on the skins, positive or negative, which ones you like or you don't like. I think some of them have some promise, and obviously they're just rough. They're rough drafts. Like they're not fully drawn out yet. But I would love to get that feedback back to them, whenever, in the next couple of days. That's your homework. That's your homework. So thank you so much for hanging out today. We're going to live stream tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Time. That is 6 p.m. Universal Coordinated Time. If we get more news about anything else, I will happily share it with you. But until then, guys, I can't wait to hang out with you tomorrow. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.